Are you dreaming of a place where being naked in public is totally okay and people walk around without any clothes on? What if I told you there's a place like that? Welcome to Spain. This country is famous for its lively culture, stunning scenery, and easygoing approach to being naked. This place has a lot of lovely beaches and even some towns where people walk around naked and don't mind. So, are you ready to learn more about this interesting part of Spanish culture? Let's jump right in. Spain is a wonderful country in the southwestern part of Europe. This is an amazing place to visit because it has stone castles, snowy mountains, important landmarks, and stylish towns. Both the land and the people in the country are very different. An important part of it is the Meseta, a big hill in the middle that is about a mile above sea level. You can raise cattle and grow food in this rural area. Head northeast to explore Valencia's coastal plains, the enormous Ebro River Valley, and Catalonia's mountains. The rugged Cantabrian Mountains to the northwest have towering peaks and green rain-soaked valleys. Federico Garcia Lorca and Antonio Machado wrote poems on the verdant plains of the Guadalquivir River, where orange farms can be found. The Sierra Nevada Mountains, a well-known background of spaghetti westerns in the 1960s and 1970s, tower over this verdant valley. Meanwhile, millions of visitors and retirees from Northern Europe are attracted to the Balearic Islands and the southeast Mediterranean coast due to their mild temperatures and tropical vegetation. With its beautiful, varied landscape, it's not surprising that Spanish society values freedom and natural beauty. This deep appreciation is reflected in the country's unique and liberating approach to being naked, a cultural norm that goes hand in hand with the country's climate and way of life. There's a little of everything in this country, from lush green woods to sun-drenched beaches. This country has a wide range of climates because it is big, has a lot of mountains, and is close to both the Atlantic Ocean and North Africa. From Galicia to the northern part of Catalonia, the weather is mild and muggy in the north. The area stays green and clean because it rains a lot here. Temperatures in cities like Coruña are warm all year. In the winter, they average around 9 degrees Celsius, and in the summer, they reach 18 degrees Celsius. When you go south, the weather changes a lot. It gets hot in the summer and mild in the winter in the Guadalquivir Valley, which is known for its orange fields and warm weather. In the summer, places like Seville can get very hot, which is great for people who love the sun. The Meseta, Spain's central plateau, has a more continental temperature. It gets cold here in the winter, and it's hot and dry here in the summer. People who like fresh air and lots of sunshine will love this area. At the coast, especially in places like Catalonia, Valencia, and the Balearic Islands that are near the Mediterranean, the weather is milder and nicer. These places get more rain and warmer weather, which makes them famous vacation spots and retirement spots. This country's weather is also affected by its own unique winds. The Levante brings dry, clear weather to the coast near the Straits of Gibraltar. In the south and on the Andalusian plains, the Levache and Solano winds can bring hot, dusty weather. Lastly, the Canary Islands have a warm climate. They are off the northwest coast of Africa. Because these islands are always warm, they are a great place to go if you want summer to last forever. Spain has a temperature for everyone. Whether you enjoy soaking in the sun or snuggling up on rainy days, there's a place for you. And, like its weather, its history is extremely diverse, incorporating influences from all over. That's how this country looks, a colorful mixed quilt of different countries and cultures. It has been a meeting place for many groups over the years, beginning with the Iberians, Celts, and Basques. After them came the Phoenicians, the Greeks, the Carthaginians, the Romans, the Visigoths, and finally the Muslims. Each of them made their own mark on the culture.
De les nostres desfilades. Volem que vingues. Que vingues?
Many people from North Africa, Latin America, and other parts of Europe now live in this country, making it a very diverse place to live. They bring their own traditions and flavors, enriching the native culture even more. Also, don't forget the Gitanos, or Roma, who make up a big part of the group. They're known for making flamenco music and dance possible. Many of them have become part of everyday life in Spain, but others still live a more traditional life. I mean the languages. Not only do you hear Castilian Spanish everywhere, but you can also hear Catalan, Galician, and Basque somewhere. People in this area not only speak these languages, they are proud to have them as part of their character and value them highly. Let's talk about this country's growing economy. Now, we all know Spain for its vibrant culture and, believe it or not, its open-mindedness about nudity in public. But there's more to this story. This country's economy is on the move, growing and shifting in some really interesting ways. For starters, this country's economy is expected to grow by about 2.1% in 2024, thanks to strong local demand. The bustling service sector, which includes everything from retail to tourism to banking, is a major player here, employing over 75% of the workforce. And let's not forget tourism. Each year, millions flock to this country for its sunny beaches and rich history, injecting billions of euros into the local economy. But it's not all about leisure and relaxation. The production sector is a big deal too, especially automotive manufacturing. This country is a major player in the European car industry, keeping its factories humming. This not only boosts exports, but also strengthens the overall economy. Agriculture holds its ground as well. It may not be the star of the show, but it's crucial. This country produces heaps of olive oil and wine, favorites around the globe. These industries do more than just boost the economy. They also showcase its rich culinary traditions to the world.
Levels of sunshine and a high number of days with no cloud at all are the perfect conditions to grow one of the world's most valuable pomegranates.
On the job front, unemployment is expected to drop to around 11.6% by 2024. A positive trend thanks to new jobs from strong migration and government employment initiatives. More jobs means more spending money in people's pockets, which in turn fuels economic growth. Inflation has been a tough nut to crack, but it's expected to average out at 3.1% in 2024. The government's gradual phase-out of energy support has helped stabilize prices. Meanwhile, the country is slowly reducing its state debt, thanks to increased revenues. Lastly, there's the Recovery and Resilience Plan, designed to boost infrastructure and accelerate digital transformation. This is drawing in more investments, making this country even more attractive to businesses and investors, paving the way for sustained economic growth. So, you might come to Spain for the free and beautiful beaches, but there's a lot more going on here. The country's economy is strong and flexible, thanks to a strong industrial sector, strong tourism, and smart government programs. It shows the country's spirit of progress and innovation. If you're thinking about moving to this country, or just curious about what they eat, you're in for a treat. Let me walk you through some mouth-watering Spanish dishes. First up, the staples of Spanish cooking, garlic and olive oil. Did you know that some of the world's finest olive oil comes from Andalusia? It's this golden liquid that Spanish chefs use to bring out the flavors in almost every dish they whip up. Now, let's talk about tapas, the really fun part. These are small dishes meant for sharing and are perfect for mingling. Tapas range from simple snacks like olives to more elaborate dishes like prawns and garlic sauce and spicy potatoes. And you can't talk about Spanish food without mentioning the famous Valencian paella. This beloved rice dish is usually loaded with chicken, rabbit, beans, veggies, or seafood and cooked in a large flat pan. It's the go-to dish for any gathering. Let's not forget about jamón, or cured ham, especially the highly prized jamón ibérico made from black Iberian pigs. Served thinly sliced, this juicy, nutty ham is a favorite tapa all over the country. Once you try it, you'll get why it's so loved. Because of its extensive coastline, seafood is a big deal in Spanish cuisine. Regions like Galicia and Catalonia are famous for their octopus and shellfish stews, always fresh and delicious. Cheese lovers? This country has got you covered. From the sharp, authentic sheep's milk manchego to the creamy torta del casar, there's a cheese for every palate. often served with honey as a dessert or part of a tapas spread.
The tortilla can be considered a national dish in Spain.
The essence of Spanish food? It's made with fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and a deep love for the culinary arts. Remember, eating dishes like paella or tapas with friends isn't just about food. It's about enjoying life and making most of every moment.